Blog Talk Radio.
AC Butch here, along with my partner, the guy who constantly entertains me for many, many years. The guy I personally pick as entertainer of the decade, if not more. The one, the only, the king, Lee Elvis.
Suppose you didn't love me.
Okay, Lee, give it to us straight. What happened last night?
What happened last night? Last night. I went to bed.
Forget already. Did you forget? What time did you get home?
15 hours later, I just went to bed. 15 hours. I left my home at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I went to bed 15 hours later. Got home at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, give us the short version.
It was supposed to be 1,000 Chinese people at $1,000 a plate. That would have been, if you do your mathematics, simple mathematics, that would have been a gross of $1 million. I got there in the afternoon. Didn't even have time for a full sound check, which I was brought up with being a perfectionist, and I brought my drummer, Pete Motive, with me, part of the BTB band, Beyond the Beyond, and we didn't even have a sound check or anything. And I felt like I was being put in a wok, being made for frying food fast. Everything mix. We go get off. That's what it felt like. I'm just putting on my pants, my leather pants, my jacket, my shoes. Lee Elvis, you're on, in Chinese. Lucky I understood Lee. Elvis was in Chinese. I didn't understand. What?
Well, that's because Lee is Chinese, right? Lee is a Chinese word.
Yeah. There was 400 people there. I think 90% of them was named Lee.
Right.
Everyone I'm talking to, that's the only reason why they like me, because my first name was Lee.
Yeah, right. Well, there's Li Fang, there's Li Feng, there's Li Ying, there's Ling Ding, right? Ling.
And there's Ling Fang Feng.
Right. Well, that's the elder Ling Fang Feng.
Right. And they said, Lee, you have a big Fang Feng? I said, yeah, I have a big Fang Feng. And one guy, I think he was in New York, and he knows that they have the new laws of the gays being married. And I think he approached me, and he says, I adore you, in Chinese. Would you like to get married? I says, what? He says, yes, I think I like your Wing Wang Fang Fung. I says, how can you like my Wing Wang Fang Fung? I'm wearing leather pants, and he saw my bulge. And he actually tried to propose to me in Chinese. It says, and Pete Motive was next to me, and he couldn't believe what he was hearing. And he wanted to get married, rush me to Chinese Hall of Records, and get married to me Chinese style with firecrackers. What?
What is a bulge? Is that some kind of Chinese food?
No, bulges is when I wear my tight leather pants. A bulge is your family jewels. Tight leather pants, bulges is the thing. You have two legs. You have a right leg and a left leg, and then you got the bulge between them two left legs, the right and left leg.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I get it, I think.
Anyway, so that's what I had last night. If Elvis was alive, I asked him, please rescue me and take me to wherever you are, out of here, on the spaceship, and take me to another event immediately. By the way, Joe Franklin was there. I thought I was shaking hands with a wax dummy from whatchamacallit, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. But he
what was the temperature of his fingers?
His temperature was actually cold, seriously. He shook my hand. I did a show, seriously, about, shit. Let's see, I was 1951. I did his show when I was like 13 years old. So I did a show about 48 years ago, I think. 47 years ago. So they give me Richard Orenstein, who's the producer of the show, and this other guy from the Brooklyn College Archives wants a copy of my video that I did on the Joe Franklin show back then, and wants to put me in the Brooklyn Museum of Archives of the Joe Franklin show. Now, mind you, Mr. Butch, AC, Butch, he had Barbra Streisand on the show before Barbra Streisand really made it. Johnny Carson.
Wait a second. Is that when Barbra still had an odor?
I didn't say that. Dear
no,
audience,
no, I know you didn't say that. I'm saying
excuse me. Dear audience of mine, the Lee Elvis side of the show, there's called the AC Butch Lee Elvis show. On the Lee Elvis side of the show, I did not say that. The Butch side of the show.
But I heard stories when she was hanging out in her school at Erasmus there that was always an odor in the hallways. I could be wrong.
I think you're talking about Madonna. Madonna had an odor. She never shaved under her arms. I have pictures.
Maybe
I have pictures of Madonna in Playboy when she had tree trunks growing under her arms. You know, moss. I do.
I'm doing this show. Come on, I'll take you out flying later. Please leave me alone. What am I going to do? What am I going to... She don't leave me alone, Lee. She follows me to the studio. Lee, I never know. She pops in, she pops out.
Tell her to go to Madonna's house and tell Madonna to start to use a thing called deodorant. Mm-hmm. And there's a thing called electric razors. I think she still don't shave her underarms because she's what they call what do they call? They wear the bands and they become this religious Jews, and they I forgot what they call them. And she became the sect of Jews, and I don't think they shave under their arms.
You don't think so? Well,
smells.
Are you an expert on this?
I'm a studied person. See, I can talk with professors. I can talk with very college-educated scholars. And I only have a high school education. But I talk like a professor. And then when I put down my glasses, just like this, I just did it. I turn into someone very special. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Let me...
my name is Professor Dumwig. I did the Nutty Professor on TV, on the famous channel, on movies. The Nutty Professor. My name is I do the Nutty Professor. I even had the teeth and everything. And I do lady, I do everything. Soon as the nose, I take the glasses and I pull them above my nose brim, on my nose. I turn into this very special person who used to be this person who sang on a Labor Day. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of it, excuse me, what?
Jerry's in the studio. I don't believe it. What the hell's going on here?
Where is he?
He was just singing. Didn't you hear him?
Jerry? Oh, this is the Nutty Professor. I turned in, and I love this girl. She wore yellow hair in the movie, the Nutty Professor. And I turn in, as soon as I drink this potion, I turn into a very suave individual. And as soon as I drink this potion, I turn into this very exquisite person and very divinity. And I turn back into and now, yes. Now I turn into a very distinguished person. You don't screw around with Love, Mickey Love, or whatever name I used in the movies. I'm back. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis is back, baby. Elvis is back, kicking live on the Butch, AC Butch, Lee Elvis Show. Thank you very much, baby. I'm back. Anyway, I must say to my audience, I go in and out of these personalities. They called me, I'm the original Sybil. What about...
Well, from the past, my past recollections are that you don't even know when you go in and out of these things. You become them, and it's like you run away. You're oblivious to that you just changed the personality again, and now you're Joe Schmo, ho Joe, whoa, whoa, instead of Lee Elvis.
Yeah, you dirty rat. You killed my brother. Ma, I'm on the top of the world, Ma. Ma, I'm on the top of the world. You killed me. Ma, you don't screw around with James Cagney because you know I was the greatest entertainer on a Yankee Doodle Dandy. Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. James Cagney was a great actor. He used to do great performance. He was a little man, and he was a great actor. And I love James Cagney, especially when he took his 2 fingers and he put them on his side, and he used to do tap dance. He was the only one that used to do a tap dance on Samuel Golden's table, and he did this tap dance. I do the tap dance, but I get cramps in my legs, in my calves. But when I do James Cagney, nobody does James Cagney like Lee Elvis. See, Lee Elvis does an emulation. I do an impersonation of James Cagney. And I love James Cagney because he was a great gangster. Thank you very much, baby. Hello?